we'll see how it goes. Yeah, we're at episode 232. If you're watching us on YouTube, give us a wave. I don't know why I keep saying that, but I'm trying to say we're on YouTube and we're on everywhere else. So if you just want to listen to us and not look at Steve's face or chin
or pristinely lit background,
yeah, if you want to see this beautiful orange that I seem to be bathing in nowadays, kind of, then yeah, we're on YouTube if you want to check us out. We're also on Spotify and, you know, Apple, all that shit. How are you, Steve?
I'm good. I'm good.
What's on the docket this week?
There's only one point, and it's not particularly funny, but it is sort of funny, in that I as a videographer, and as a videographer who's tuned everything towards Instagram, as far as like sort of keeping like social updates and posting like my work and stuff like that, Instagram decided to stop letting me post videos. You can post anything else, but just
comments.
Yeah, post comments.
Songs.
You can post pictures. You can put a video in your story if you want, but other than that, you can't.
No more videos.
Yeah,
we've got enough. We're full now.
It's been a pretty frustrating week just because of it. Because I've had a couple of things that I made like sort of specifically for it, and it's like I just haven't been able to draw a line under them because I can't fucking post them. And I didn't.
Is that an Instagram total thing, or is that a your account kind of deal?
It's all of the accounts that I've got on the app. Just can't do reels, can't do videos, can do photos, can do stories. And
I
don't
post
know.
Videos?
It's not a banned thing. It's an error. It says like we'll post them when there's a better connection, and it's been a week. So.
Are you doing it from your phone? You're not doing it from your computer?
I've done it from the phone. I've tried it from my iPad. From the computer, you can post sort of I think IGTV, but no, it wouldn't let me do that either. So
maybe the phone's become the influencer now.
It's a bit fucked. But the trouble is that I didn't realize how important kind of I'd made Instagram as far as my reward system goes for like for getting things done. Like as soon as that was gone, my sort of making shit productivity just disappeared. And it kind of makes sense because it's like, well, if I can't, I'm making this to post, and if I can't post it, then why make it? But on the other hand, it's like, well, just make it for making it then. But I couldn't get past that point.
Yeah, I can put it somewhere else or something. This is another reason to be like, it's that thing we have of if you're doing a perfect run, then we keep the momentum. As soon as you make one break, it's like, oh, well, I might as well. I've taken today off. I might as well take tomorrow and, 2021 off. Makes sense.
Yeah, there is that. But yeah, I mean, that was the only bone of contention. Like it's made me kind of like lose my rhythm somewhat. But work-wise, I've been like busy as fuck still, like on my own stuff, and that's been coming along leaps and bounds in the past week or so, like all the sort of branding stuff that I've been doing. So yeah, it's not been a complete standstill. It's just like the actual kind of output from an outside perspective, I guess, has kind of dropped off. But internally, it's been busy as fuck.
Fair enough. You just can't like and comment. And...
Oh no, you I can like other people's stuff. Yeah, I can go to other people and say great job, but they can't do it to me because I can't do anything.
Yeah, I'm doing stuff, I promise, but like this, Instagram.
It's just, I can't show you. You can't put it on your fridge.
Yeah, maybe it's a router thing. Maybe
I don't know. It's frustrating. I tried it at someone else's house. It just wouldn't. So I don't know.
You've been flagged.
There's a bunch of people that I saw on Reddit that were having the same issue. So maybe it's just affecting some accounts at the minute. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. It'll tidy up when it needs to, but I just need to kind of get back on track with the making.
Yeah, you're probably some member of some weird Facebook groups, and they flagged it as like, this seems off.
Yeah, no, not this guy.
Not this guy. Well, you probably got like, I don't know, Fireplaces R Us or something.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, he's an arsonist.
He's trying to burn logs. Psycho.
Yeah, without insurance. The fuck? It's fine. So yeah, no more Steve Instagram. That's good.
Yeah, but that was
I mean, bad, but yeah.
there's nothing whimsical about it. Just fucking irritating. But that was my week.
Just more rejection.
Yeah.
It's
How
fair
about you?
Weird, bad health week. Like last record,
You?
I got vaccinated. Me? Bad health? Lucky genetics? What? No, like last week I got was when we recorded, which was last Thursday or something. I got vaccinated in the morning, which was fine. It was like usual jab kind of shit, and then just I think it was like 13 hours later on the dot, I just died.
Oh.
Like I had like a 6-hour window where I was just like horrifically ill. Like this is like massive fever from nowhere, like nausea, like pains, back was aching.
So that is the vaccine though, isn't it? Like there's been a lot of people that have that, right?
Yeah. But it was just so odd because it woke me up in the middle of the night and I was like, oh my God, it was like, it's obviously the vaccine stuff. And I was like, oh, this is horrific. I'll just try and sleep through it. Struggled all the way through. And then like 6 hours after it just kind of, that was it. It's over now. But weird as hell. Like it was just like, just 6 hours and almost like on the dot. It's like, no, that's enough. In order to survive, you need to suffer through this weird 6-hour window. And it's like, it was just weird as fuck. But threw me completely. I was like, this was odd.
Yeah.
And then just weird muscle aches for a couple. But again, that's normal.
Well,
but
that's
it was
like flu kind of stuff, isn't it? Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why you get, like, whenever you get an inject... Because I've been injecting in different places like, many times. But, like, getting jabbed in the shoulder... it makes your shoulder sore. I wonder why it is. It's just like all that liquid going into a muscle, I guess.
No idea. I've only ever I had my shots in the arm, like top of the arm. Yeah,
your shoulder is in like your shoulder muscle.
Oh right, okay.
Like where your BCG was, or whatever it was. Yeah. It's really weird that I find it was because I inject myself in like my chest and stuff for a laugh, and it's just, like you don't feel anything, but like the fact that it's going into muscle, I guess, and the fact that there's probably more of it going, of liquid or metal or whatever it is, the microchips, whatever they're putting in that vaccine. So, maybe that's just makes it weird. But that was odd, bit of a weird vaccination. But it's normal and it's fine. It's only temporary. Just to put that message out there.
Oh,
if you're feeling horrific, it might be over soon, one way or another.
Good.
Yeah. And then, just horrific. I'm still pretty sure it's rheumatoid arthritis I'm experiencing and just like trying to deal with my local GP. I've got nothing against the NHS, but like, I think it's just my local GP is just a pile of shit.
Yeah.
Like, I've been waiting 2 weeks for a phone call from the receptionist, who I've called 14 times.
Mm.
And I call her and I say, hello, you meant to call me about an appointment. She said, yes, I'll call you, when we're ready, when I'm ready. Like, okay. Call it. And then yesterday I was in like a lot of pain, so I rang up. I was like, can I have this appointment? All you're going to do is tell me to get a blood test. Can we just start that ball rolling, please? No, you need to speak to the receptionist. You're the receptionist. Oh no, different receptionist. Okay, this is rage.
Yeah, it's the same everywhere, man. Like we're supposedly in like quite a I don't know, like a middle class area, whatever that means.
Right.
And the doctors here are just as shit. It's just overcrowding.
Yeah. But it's just I get it as a thing a year last March, 12 months ago. I get it, but like in 12 months you could foreseeably be able to figure out something to answer the phones quicker. Just as a silly example.
Yeah.
That the average wait time for the GP is an hour and a half. I would imagine after a year, you could probably get that down to 45 minutes by getting one more person on the phone.
Yeah.
But it is not down to me to complain. They're doing me a favour at the end of the day.
The phones at our doctor's office, they only have like there's a queuing system, but it only holds 5 people. So like if you're the 6th person, it just keeps ringing and nothing happens. So it seems like there's no one answering the phones.
My one goes up one level later, right? Where if you're on hold for like 45 minutes or something like that, they just cut you off. Like, you're next up in line, and then either they don't know how to pick up the phone, or for whatever reason, they just hang up, and you have to just ring them again and wait another 45 minutes or so. But like I say, they're doing us a favour. I was having an argument with this bad friend. My friend was like, why aren't you like furious about this? I'm like, I should be able to diagnose and medicate myself in my world belief. I can't, so I'm relying on somebody else.
Yeah.
It's not, I can't be that arrogant to be like, you should serve me.
Yeah.
Like, no, this person's spending their life trying to help me. If they can't, I have to accept that that's fine. I'm supposed to look after myself.
Yeah, it's a weird thing when you nationalize something, is that you don't have the same authority that a customer has now, because the person who is serving you doesn't have a choice. Like you're there, and so you just have to that you don't have the same authority as a customer would have or anything. Like you just have to wait.
But I think that's like, even a customer. But if they were customers being belligerent, I'd much prefer the doctors to be like, "Go fuck yourself. We don't have to treat you. You're a customer.
Yeah.
Go away."
Yeah.
So like, it's kind of a two-way thing. But yeah, I see it as like, it's a benefit of me. So I shouldn't be demanding shit. Of course, this episode, the reason that's ringing around my head is this episode seems to have a few news articles of which I would demand some shit, actually. I think, like, I'm a very relaxed person until I'm not. And when I'm not, I'm not. Like, I genuinely think if you were to write down a character list of, like, different roles that people play in a society, I feel like I am geared towards that guy who went mental that one time and did something that was, justified, but a bit too much. It's like I don't know, if someone, I don't know, a justice, I don't know, something where it's like, somebody does, if somebody punched my brother, I'd just kill them.
Yeah.
Like, I've got no problems with that. It's fine. Oh yeah, but it would be better, he'd rather have you as a brother. It's like, I'd rather go to prison and have defended my brother's honour, whatever it is. So I think it's like, that's my role in society, is just to flip out. And there's a few of them. I keep looking at the time, but then I realise we're probably going to edit out the first 10 minutes of trying to find the moon.
There is that.
So some horrific news this week. A baby boy was starved of oxygen and died after being left half-delivered for almost a quarter of an hour during a chaotic breech birth in a maternity unit. So, like, I haven't read too much into this, so that's just my first thing, is that I feel like it was like students performing a delivery and there were complications and they didn't know what they were doing and the baby died half out of its mother.
Oh.
Horrific. Midwives failed to recognise baby Theo Ellis was in the breech. Or
you didn't realise it didn't have a head yet?
No, this is weird. In many births, I've never heard of the mother growing an extra pair of legs to help with the birth. Position until his mother, Laura Ellis, 34, was already in advanced labour at Surrey's Frimley Park Hospital. What followed was a catalogue of errors by midwives. Don't treat it like a Shakespearean sonnet. It's not a... What was it in... What was it? A hilarious comedy of errors or something like that? Wasn't that a Shakespearean thing? A catalogue of errors. By midwives and doctors who failed to heed the emergency and raised the alarm too late.
Oh, Lord.
Can't see its face. The legs have stopped kicking, though, so that's probably a good thing. All right, go get someone. It'll be fine.
Baby, blink if you can hear me.
What do I do? Anyone know?
Has it got a name yet? George.
Yeah, George, come towards the light. Not that one, but the one outside.
I'll get a torch. I'll get a torch.
I've got a candle. Does candle work? At one stage, a paediatrician was made to stand outside the room by midwives while junior staff struggled to deliver Theo alone.
Get out. We'll do this.
So that implies that a pediatrician, I'm assuming, is a...
That's a
Not
doctor
a
that deals
junior
exclusively
doctor.
with kids.
exclusively with getting children out of mudders without death. Go outside. We'll deal with this. We got this one. A senior obstetrician was in surgery, and a miscommunication by midwives and an on-call consultant meant she did not arrive until Thea was already dead.
Oh,
A miscommunication. Maybe they ordered the
Wow.
wrong doctor.
clearly.
Did somebody order an oncologist? No. All right. No, we need someone to help with the baby. Oh, it's not me.
Right, but I would assume that, I mean, if you are medical staff of any kind, not to belittle medical staff, but they all go through like some degree of the same amount of training. I thought even the fucking janitor at a hospital could deliver a baby, right?
Well, maybe, but then there could be complications. But at the very least, you should be able to not have communication problems and get somebody who will help.
Yeah.
That's the very least. A janitor should be able to say the word, doctor, please, baby, bad.
Yeah.
And then somebody comes and helps. No, go stand outside.
Sound
and
the
we'll wait till
alarm.
somebody else
There's
comes
been a
out.
breach.
Yeah. I mean, everyone has bad days at work, and the stakes are much higher when you're in a hospital.
Yeah.
But it does feel like, yeah, you just can't make those kind of mistakes.
I think part of you hoped that a lot of the reason why the service to the general populace is so shit is because they're busy helping people that really need it, which is true. But then you hear of fuck-ups like that, and well, maybe the whole thing is just fucked.
Well, I've said it before, but my grandfather went in for a routine operation, and they gave him expired anaesthetic or something, and he died.
Oh, Christ.
So it's stupid, and those things must happen all the time because it is just a business, as you said before.
Guess, but I check the tin of beans before I eat it.
No, I don't do that. I've opened beans and been like, that does look dodgy. It expired 5 years ago. Okay,
yeah, no,
it'll be fine. I just won't add Worcester sauce.
That's closer to it, but okay, fair enough. There are some people that check expiration dates in their own home. If you're a doctor and it depends on life.
Oh, this baby's expired. Don't. Put it back. Send it back. I can't remember who quoted this, but it's brilliant. When he was half delivered, he was still alive and he had a heartbeat. But then, at some point during that process, he stopped having a heartbeat and died.
That's how it works.
Cheers, mate. Thanks
I'll give you a quote.
Thanks for clearing it up. He goes on, when that was exactly, no one knows because they weren't really checking and they didn't realise his condition was actually deteriorating.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Yeah.
Cheers, Gareth.
Yeah, Gareth the janitor there.
Yeah, he was alive until he wasn't, and it was around the time his art stopped. Cheers, mate. But just can you imagine? I don't know whether this is a young thing, not even that young, but can you just imagine how could anybody react without violence at that?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't care. I'm killing whoever tried to fail to deliver my baby.
You would breach everybody in the room.
Yeah. I mean, there's weapons everywhere, right? There's a pediatrician you can use.
He's just standing outside. He's fine.
Yeah, he's just, chilling out.
Yeah.
It's all fine. It's again, it's
What
that
if you
same
walk
process.
past that? Don't make me stand outside. I don't know what I did wrong.
Doris used quite an aggressive tone, and I didn't like that. So I thought, I won't say anything.
She's giving birth.
You've only got half the baby. Do you want the rest? It's horrible. It's horrible, but it's just it's just it's one of those things. It's like I couldn't. If I was in that situation, I had no idea how I would. Well, I know it would be flash of white hot fury, right? It's got to be. There'd be no time for grief. I'd be so bad. I hate customer service anyway. Let alone that level of customer service where they only give you half your baby.
I ordered a whole baby.
No, yeah, just Jesus, yeah, don't understand. In similar vein, in another article, this was definitely massive killing spree. The killing spree episode. A dog owner who tried to drown her pet by tying a heavy rock to its neck and throwing it in a river has been fined £80.
Oh, God.
80 quid? 80 quid? Give me this person's address, please.
And the rock, please.
Yeah. I'll use razor wire instead of rope. Why not?
Yeah.
Mix it up. Charlene Latham. Just the name. 32, put the rock in a carrier bag. It doesn't say whether it was a Sainsbury's or a Bag for Life or anything. And tied the handles to her Belgian Shepherd Bella's lead. Oh. She then threw the dog and the rock into the River Trent in Farndon, Nottinghamshire before running away.
For fuck's sake.
There's so much wrong. But, like, I don't know whether I've got it in any other way. I mean, I bet you could drown a fish. You know what I mean?
Take it out of water. Yeah.
No, like, put it in, I don't know, saltwater taffy or something. If you put it in the air, you can't drown. You'd gasp, wouldn't you? You'd gasp to death. But, like, if someone drowned a fish, I'd be like, that person's odd.
Yeah.
Because there's not as much a connection to fish.
Yeah.
Cats, you're crazy. But there's crazy people in the world. But it's just dogs.
I know a lot of people that have got stories of their grandmas drowning bags full of kittens.
Really?
Yeah.
Fucking Stoke-on-Trent.
It was a common thing, man.
My grandparents, admittedly, I didn't really know my grandparents that well, but great parents were like stories of the war and all this kind of stuff.
We were just drowning cats. They're just fucking harder people, and they would be like, have like feral cat problems, which were a problem because back then everybody had fucking chickens and pigs and shit in their gardens, like at the end of the garden. So if there were feral cats living about having litters, they would take the whole litters, put them in a bag, and drown them in the river.
Why the river? Get a crossbow.
I guess there were just more rivers back then.
The world was a more babbling brook kind of a place. Drowning in a bag is pretty intense. Like I don't know why it just feels horrific. Better than burning alive.
Yeah.
But like, you know, and I guess when you break it down, right, is an axe to a cat litter better than a drowning in a bag? Probably not.
Yeah.
You could probably disconnect it from your head. I've just put this bag with a rock in a river.
We just have a different relationship with animals now.
Well,
they used to be a utility.
Yeah, but it's the killing of them. You just go like, well, if you have to kill them, do you have to drown them? If you had to die, would you rather be drowned?
Yeah,
the old Yeller thing of like, I can kind of wrap my head around the old Yeller thing of like, well, if a dog needs to be put down, maybe I can shoot it in the head. Like, at least then it's quick and it's over and it's done and it's dealt with. But like, I'm not going to take old Yeller to a babbling brook or whatever.
Well, the thing that makes no sense about it now is anybody can take their dog to the pound. Right? I'm not saying that's...
yeah, but the thing is now we've got this kind of fast food attitude towards putting animals down, so we can just take the whole bag of cats.
No, but like you can take them to a rehoming shelter or a no-kill shelter and everything like that. Like, rehoming animals now is more popular than it's ever fucking been. Like, there was no need for her to kill that dog, even if she didn't want it anymore. Yeah,
but yeah. Just that it's the £80 fine. It's the government got involved, the police got involved, and they said, you know, for the price of an Alton Towers ticket, I don't know how much Alton Towers tickets are, but like, well, you can't do that. Okay, I'll pay my 80 quid fine for throwing my dog off a bridge.
Yeah,
fucking ridiculous. Passerby Jane Harper was walking along the riverbank on the morning of 6th of January last year when she heard a loud splash and saw a dog disappearing under the water. She rescued it and then called the police, who took her to a vet. So the police took the dog to the vet.
Oh, right, not the woman.
Yeah. You need a vet. Latham was arrested after the dog's microchip identified it, and she later admitted causing unnecessary suffering to animal. On Monday, she was handed a 12-month community order. Go pick up litter, you dog murderer. Jesus Christ. and fined £80 and ordered to pay £232 costs and victim surcharge at the magistrate's court. So, like, just not enough of a dealing with, in my
like,
opinion.
that's not gonna... It's not... The idea of these punishments is to stop people doing it again, right?
Yeah, and to deter others. If you got 80 quid, you can throw your dog in a river.
I've got an 80 quid parking fine before now. I'll still park illegally if I absolutely have to.
It's just one of those things, I think, because it's not just a psychopath thing, but, like, I'm very, for whatever reason, I like to think, anyway, that I'm very aware of myself and others. So I'm very much on top of, like, my emotional reactions tend to be not as immediate because I kind of think about them and try and control them. Yeah, so it's like I try to be as even keeled as possible. Hi, honey, how are you? That kind of, especially with strangers, right? So the opportunity, this is why I said you shouldn't give me the green light to give you like a massive defamation campaign last week.
Right, yeah.
Was like
rebrand. Just
for that person, for me to have a perfect green light on just be yourself. It's like, okay. I'll get the hacksaw. And just seeing, so there's certain points in life. That's why I get involved in random street stuff. Like there was, domestic violence stuff going on in my street that I get involved in. There's fights that I step into because it's like a green light to be, this is where you can be yourself. This is where you can be as horrific and threatening as you want. And it's just, yes, if I saw somebody doing that to a dog, like, I mean, I've got a family member and who had a German Shepherd. And we let like one of the neighborhood kids take it for a walk. And when the dog came back, the dog was limping, and the kid had like nothing to say about it. He was like, I had no idea. And it's like even something like that, you go, I have to hurt you now. You know this, right?
Yeah. Like
you can't. Like if you told me what happened and something happened and I believed you, fair enough. But you've just brought my dog back, and I think you've kicked it. So. Yeah. I now have to kick you with the full force of my dog. So, like, yeah, it's just that, having that green light in society to be like, oh, you're more than welcome to go mental. And it's like, okay, let's go. Let's do it. And lastly for me, which is kind of in the same vein, there's not that much news this week, but it's just these few little bits.
That's all right.
It's just funny because it was local to me. And again, another little bit of a green light. A family of a terrified 14-year-old boy have told how their loved one was threatened by thugs armed with a handgun in Blurton.
Yeah, not far away.
I can't remember where Blurton is. Like,
it's up by the stadium.
Oh, yeah. I'm thinking there's another place that's like Burslem. I think that's the other place I've mixed up.
That's near you.
There's Burslem, Blurton, and Burpham, and they're all kind of like somewhat related to me. Burpham's way down south, but it's near family. So
and then there's
like,
Burton, which is a bit further up north.
Yeah, weirdos. But yeah, the youngster was in Longton with friends when he was approached by two men in a white VW Golf. Oh, it was a white VW Golf, pricks. Whatever, cars. He says the men told him, you're from Blurton, before threatening him with a handgun. You from Blurton? Yeah? Oh. Actually, I'm from Burton. Oh, nah, it's not the same.
No, the list says Blurton.
Yeah. No. But yeah, just told him you're from Blurton and then threatened him with a gun. The boy's grandmother said my grandson had a gun pulled on him. I rang 999 and told the police. They said to him, you're from Blurton. We were that stressed. I felt sick. Distressed. I felt sick. That makes sense. Yeah. But again, another reason, I think that's I've only thought of this while we're recording it, but it is that green light of just like, you're so like it's not even like a lot of effort to be kind of in control. The only thing is it does affect social relationships because like some people say they don't know if I'm having a good time because I just look angry, and it's like no, I would tell you if I wasn't having a good time. I'm just withholding the demons. That's fine. Yeah. I'm just participating in the social contract. But like, I think that's why I laugh so loud. Let's go for a walk. Wouldn't that be lovely? Look at this tree. For context, yeah, Steve wanted to go for a walk when we went camping one day, and I thought it was the most insane psychopathic thing anybody could do. And there was like 7 other people like, this is really nice. And I was like, this is horrific.
This is not my jam.
But I love hiking. I think it's just everybody doing it as if it's a really joyous thing. It's the thing. Ugh. But it's my own issues.
It's that it's something to do when you're camping.
Just burn stuff. Shoot stuff. Hunt people for sport. I like walking. I like it. But yeah, it was a long time ago.
To be fair, I don't do a lot of walks. Like
this is true.
It's a means of transportation. Like
yeah.
So if you're not going anywhere, why bother? Like I do find the walking thing a bit weird.
Well, I think, like, again, it's all my issues, right? But at the time, it felt like it was like a team activity, as like something very pleasant to do.
Yeah.
And obviously, I take great offence to that.
Yeah,
So,
Pleasure is incredibly offensive.
Yeah, well, just that level of tepid pleasure.
Get the gun.
If we're going to have fun, let's have fun.
Yeah.
I don't know what that would contain. Let's build a catapult.
Yeah.
Let's go invade Rome. Let's do it.
Fun.
Yeah. Or but that was just an example. But I think that's why I laugh so loud as well. Is again because like just kind of keeping controlled, and then when something makes me laugh, when something gives me an emotional reaction, it's like yes, have that explosion. It's like that pressing down on a landmine and then it just kind of bursting out. I guess it's all probably very healthy.
Yeah.
But yeah, if somebody pulled a gun on me, it'd be great. Like I said before, there was an axe attack around my neck of the woods. I don't think people died, but like there was assault with an axe. And it's just one of those things of if that was to occur to me, I'm the perfect person for it to happen to. Not because I'm kind of some super warrior. I believe this is my role in the script of the world. It's like, did you hear about those kids who attacked that guy with an axe? Yeah, they're all dead. What, was he some kind of super warrior? No, he just screamed so loud and
they melted.
Didn't stop. He just ripped parts of them out of themselves. It was such an overreaction. They had an axe. Sorry, mate. Or I just get killed with an axe. And again, that kind of feels like my kind of script. Oh, yeah. Nick, killed by an axe. Shot to death because someone thought he was from Blurton.
Yeah.
From London, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's another weird part of the world, I guess. But yeah, I think it would be a good opportunity to discover yourself at gunpoint. Could be a good laugh.
I don't know what I'd do. I'd probably freeze up.
Well, you've got things. You've got things to live for, mate. Like, as soon as you get these other... I mean, I've got a dog, but I feel like my dog would be so happy if I died in battle. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's people who can look after my dog. It's all fine. I'd miss my dog, but I'd like to know that I died defending my dog's honour or whatever. But, like, as soon as you have responsibilities and other people, and I know that you just having a wife is like, well, then you can't protect your wife. So,
yeah,
that makes sense. So, it'd be very different. But that's what I'm here for. I mean, was it last week? Like, I'm assuming you'd had a few drinks, but you were like invited me round to abduct you, and then I was like, "What's the deal?" And you were like, "Oh, yeah, not officially, but yes." And I was like, "What?"
Oh yeah, I completely forgot to talk about that. So we did it was Vicky's sister's birthday on Saturday, I think, and Vic's set up like a virtual wine tasting thing. So they send you all a bottle of wine, and then you have like a Zoom meeting with the sommelier. But there was so you go into this meeting and there's like 30 couples, like all with the same bottles of wine, and the sommelier's talking through it and everything like that. And I thought, like, because everyone's muted, apart from the guy that's talking, and I thought it'd be funny to kind of be tackled off screen, just in the corner of somebody's screen, and then just by a guy in a balaclava, and then sort of tied up and like that read is really funny to me.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, that's what those. And I'd had like 3 glasses of wine, so I wasn't like gone. I was
it was just like
seems
right,
genuinely.
I would like
I'm
game.
to.
What time do you want me round? And then you're like, oh, I'll have to buy another one. I was like, you have to buy another. Is it still tonight? And you're like, not officially. I was like,
I have to do another session.
I need to have more. I need to be more organised about my abductions than this, Steve.
I've got a schedule.
Yeah, well, it was just like, I've got to plan it out. I've got to do this, got to do that. And it's just like, I can't just turn up because you've passively agreed to be abducted, right? I can't just do that.
You're a professional.
It's got to be, this is what he would have wanted.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good to have that green light. But oh yeah, go for it. Go.
Yeah. But that's what that was about.
That's fair.
All right, I've got some stuff.
Nice.
William Wallace, actually his name, of Anaheim, California, is facing prosecution this week for allegedly killing his wife and then propping her body up on the sofa while his kids open their Christmas presents.
What part of that is allegedly? Is it the allegedly murder or the alleged playing with children and the dead wife?
Alleged murder. He definitely
propped
her up on the sofa.
There's video footage of that. Like, he's still got the camera.
Yeah.
Wait for the camera, hun. Oh, she's had too much to drink again. Go, kids, go.
The
kids probably wouldn't give a fuck, right?
Kids.
It's Christmas. There's presents.
Yeah, you're balancing 2 very strong emotions there.
Yeah, they're like, there's a PlayStation under the tree.
Yeah.
They're not going to give a fuck about the rotting mother in the room.
Prosecutor contends that Wallace killed 26-year-old Zazel Preston during a fight on Christmas Eve of 2011. Authorities say the next day he propped her body up on the couch and told his children Preston had gotten drunk and ruined Christmas.
Don't mind her, she's just ruined Christmas.
Open your presents.
Fun. To be fair, Christmas is a stressful time of year, you know, not in terms of murdering, but in terms of like the reason he didn't get the body disposed of or, you know, take himself. He's like, well,
there's
I've
a
still
lot
got
to do. It's like, well, I can dispose of the body, but all this shit still needs wrapping.
Yeah, I've got to be a responsible parent here.
Yeah,
and
I can either wrap the gifts or wrap the body. Like, there's not enough paper.
Yeah, she said she was going to help, but obviously she can't be asked now. Yeah. So I guess I've got to do this all myself.
Yeah.
All right.
Plus, if I wrap the body and they unwrap the body, like, that's weirder, right?
Yeah, that becomes my fault. If we just leave her motionless on the couch, she's the bitch.
Yeah. Weekend at Dead Mums.
Again, as I've spoken briefly, I'm somewhat psychopathic and violent. I'm concerned that if I got in a fight with somebody, I could accidentally, and not because of strength, just because of, like, you know, if you have a fight outside a kebab shop and you fall funny, there was someone at uni who went into a coma because of that. Like, it's just that I can't live with the consequences of something that dramatic would change your life, and I'd be like, oh, just try not to do something.
Simultaneously,
people who go off on one and murder someone by accident.
Yeah.
Or intentionally. Jesus Christ.
Well, I think they said they were contending, or the defense was contending that she fell and hit her head on a coffee table or something like that. And they were saying, no, you beat the shit out of her and she's dead. But we're simultaneously very resilient and incredibly fragile. It's a weird balance.
I think it was 6 Feet Under that did it to me the most, to be honest. Like,
yeah.
Were you a fan of it? I can't remember.
Yeah, loved it.
6 Feet Under was really good. And for those that don't know, it was about a funeral director, and every episode started with somebody dying in somewhat a weird way. And there's like domestic arguments where like the wife would push the husband, and he would like push her lightly back, and she'd fall over onto a spike.
Oh.
Or like a fire stoker, like those metal, things you stoke a fire with, and just die, and you'd be like, Jesus Christ, like, things would go so wrong so quickly. But obviously it gets to a next level where you then blame Christmas on her.
Yeah.
Well, she ruined Christmas. Like, whoa. That doesn't feel accidental. That means
you'll never guess what your dead mum did.
Anger. Yeah. She says I was always the Grinch on Christmas. Well, guess who's dead? I mean, drunk.
Yeah, and she's a bit green.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty extreme.
Yeah. In other news, not sure whether this was funny, but I did find it weird. A new study from Stanford University claims that Zoom calls trigger a fight or flight response. So
Someone in your house, I guess.
The brain is particularly attentive to faces, and when we see large ones, we interpret them as being close, and our fight or flight reflex responds. From an evolutionary...
Really?
From an evolutionary standpoint, if there's a very large face close by to you, and it's staring right into your eyes, it means that you are likely going to engage in conflict or mating, and neither responses are a good fit for a work meeting.
Well, that kind of explains Power Rangers a bit more, right? Oh, these kids, these teenagers locked in a room with a giant face. They're going out and killing gigantic witches or whatever the fuck it was, lizards.
And this fucking robot that's stuck in the room with him all the time has got mad anxiety.
Yeah. Oh, he's looking at me again. Please, just get out while you still can. No, where's the white reason? Was it Zed who he didn't have any skin? It's like, to be honest, Zord. Was it Zordon?
Zordon was the head.
Zordon was the head, and yeah, I think Zed was I can't remember, but there was a dude with no skin. And I bet everyone was just like, look, I'd rather hang around you than massive face. Like, I know you haven't got skin, but it's just less stressful here.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Yeah, there's some kind of deep-seated psychological.
He's not even angry. He's just big and a face.
Yeah. Just send a text, mate. You don't need to Zoom. Just send us a text. What do you want? Oh, there's bad guys over there. Fine. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. In other news, an assault trial being conducted over Zoom. More Zoom news. An assault trial being conducted over Zoom was adjourned this week when it transpired that the accused and the victim were both calling from the same house. Prosecutors caught the victim and the accused communicating and asked that the police be sent over to make sure they weren't in the same room and the victim was not being intimidated. When police arrived, both cameras on the meeting turned off. And when they came back on again, Kobe Harris, the accused abuser, was being put in handcuffs and apologising to the judge.
Oh, sorry.
So he was like sitting off to the side of her on the same Zoom call, just being like, don't you fucking say anything. Don't fucking say
Just everyone else on the call with their wine tasting. It's a bit odd in that corner of the screen.
But yeah, they were both. Well, I say she would have been pressured into it, but like he was trying to make out that he was in a completely different house and whatever. But he was like, yeah,
we can see you. I'm not here. Okay. Fine.
Well, it's like they'd ask her like a question, and she'd look off, and they catch him looking off as well. So they assume that they're looking at each other, and it's like it's witness intimidation, essentially. Well, like it's what is it? I can't remember there's a term for it, but it's something intimidation.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But it's weird times to be a Zoom caller, I guess.
That's what, like, obviously that's a very serious situation.
Yeah.
I've always found very extreme, very surreal aggression hilarious when it's consensual.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm doing like a few dating apps again, and there was some people who say like the funniest thing to me is excessively aggressive flirtation. And it's like, well, are we on the same page about that? Because I love words. Yeah. So it's like, you look so beautiful. I'd like to rip off your fingernails and claw your skin off. Or just like just aggression, just aggression. That's like, oh, it's just your own personal language. I mean, I'm sure you wouldn't be surprised if I was in a relationship with somebody and was screaming at them full volume, and they were screaming back.
Absolutely
but it was all perfectly fine.
That sounds about
Yeah,
right.
I'd be like, that's match made in heaven.
Yeah, that
but
makes
to other
perfect
people,
sense.
it's like, oh my god, is everything okay? It's like, yeah.
Yeah, everything's great.
Yeah. Oh, what's for dinner? What do you want for dinner, honey? You bitch! Fucking it's lasagna. She'll have lasagna. Just it's always been quite funny, but obviously that's a special case.
Yeah.
It's just something that I thought was funny anyway.
Oh. Moving on. You've had the vaccine now, but did you do the coronavirus tests, like the swab back of the a Dutch inventor believes he's come up with a new way to test for coronavirus without the unpleasant swabbing, in which patients step into an airtight box and scream. Keep in mind, the last Dutch inventor that we featured on this show was like, come into my submarine. Come into my screaming box.
Yeah, like airtight. There's no air in there.
Yeah.
Just go inside.
Yeah.
and scream.
Yeah. You can sing if you want to. Most people scream.
Right. Okay. Yeah. The audio should be fine. That's fine.
Sound test. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's got this as well. Look at that works. It's an improvement.
Yeah.
That's how it works, isn't it? I think.
No.
No. You meant to like. You put it behind you, but if you look well, you can't quite see, but like behind me is a whole room.
Yeah.
So like, put it on the couch?
Yeah. So like, where am I? I'm at the desk. Mine is
be closer.
Mine is up there, and it points towards the. Don't point it at the camera. You're lighting the room. You're not lighting. And turn your house lights off.
Turn my house lights off. Wow. All right, let's try that.
You look like got a lightsaber.
It's gonna be bad. All right.
All right. You got no moon. Have you got a moon?
This is night vision mode now.
Where's your moon?
Just like that. I haven't got my headset on, have I?
Where's your moon?
He said lights off.
House lights, as in the one in the ceiling.
Yeah. I put my moon's in the ceiling, isn't it? Does that work?
Where's
Kind of works.
That's better than nothing. Where's your moon?
Oh, for God's sake! I'll be right back. Yeah, one sec, I'll be right back.
You have the moon on you, and then oh god. Jeez. Right. But the moon.
1 sec. Find it. All right. If I put the moon. Bloody hell.
If you have the moon, yeah, like off behind the camera, but like pointed at you and away from your background, so.
At me, but away from what is behind me.
Correct.
What? At me, but not towards behind me.
Yeah. So, like, mine is up there and angled down, so the light's coming down on me.
Well, we can't have everything, Steve. Jesus Christ. Oh, my headphones. All right, let me try and move the moon. Go the moon, Mary. Right, at me, but not behind me or something.
Yeah, so point it at the wall beside you.
Jesus Christ.
And then the red light, you can point to the fireplace behind you, right?
Like that, eh? But like, I've got a cup holder. Put it there.
I don't. What? Right? Where's your? I can't do this.
Can't do
it. Where's your camera pointing? Like your camera.
Over there.
It's
so like.
Okay, cool. So
rear left.
Yeah. Okay. So the red light. The red light needs to point over there as well, but from behind you. So like on the couch or behind the couch or something like that. So it lights up that corner of the room. It doesn't matter if I can see it, as long as it's off camera.
That's well on camera, that is. It's kind of... I could zoom in a bit. That moon's a bit bright, isn't it?
Can you turn it down?
I don't know. Probably not. That's probably fine, isn't it? Yeah, that looks... I don't know. Looks more, doesn't it?
Alright, good.
Try it.
More is good. More's better than not more.
Let's just zoom in a bit so that they can't see the lightsaber, whatever it's called. Yeah. Oh, now the moon's in the telly. Alright, be right back. Fucking hell. 5 minutes in.
It's great. So the new clean, productive studio setup's going really well.
Oh yeah, it's going lovely. Yeah, just yeah. My dog gets reacts to the bright orange light, so there might be some growling and attacking in the background.
Well,
but I'm sure it's going to be fine.
Not used to you looking like Satan.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's just the light. It's going. I don't like Jaffa cakes or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, that looks lit. I mean, I'm not sure how much orange, but I might rearrange stuff.
It'll be
but
fine.
This is just how it was.
It's not. It's a temporary measure.
Yeah, so I'm orange now, apparently. I don't know how much I can tell. Like, when you look on your camera, does it look blue?
Or is
it in the editing? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm fucked then, aren't I? It's fine. It's a bit orange. We're a bit orange. And I guess the thing is, this is quite a large room, so to try and get all the orange light behind me is probably quite difficult. So I probably need to like put myself in a cupboard or something.
Yeah, it's like most of it's about sort of positioning the other light, because they're not like mega powerful lights, but they will light up the room if there's not a lot of light in there.
So maybe
if you can turn your moon down, then you probably see the red a lot more.
Can I turn it down?
Or if it's got like a bunch of bulbs in it, just take one or two of them out.
No, it's just got one massive bulb.
Oh, right.
I'll tell you what, I'll put it over there. Does that work? There's more orange.
There you go.
Sure.
There you go.
Why not? I guess. I'm orange now. I don't feel great about it. So yeah, this is episode 232. This is episode 232. I'm not sure how well that's going to edit, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, we're at episode 232. If you're watching us on YouTube, give us a wave. I don't know why I keep saying that, but I'm trying to say we're on YouTube and we're on everywhere else.